What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This being the first Big 3 Thursday. Welcome to Big 3 Thursday of 2026. I realized that the year is going to start on a Thursday, so I figured, hey, what's the best day to start Big 3 Thursday than on the first Thursday of the year? Now, you're probably wondering, what is Big 3 Thursday? Big 3 Thursday is when I dedicate myself to making videos I call Big 3 videos. Now, if you really start to think about things, the number 3 comes up a lot. You know, there's the rule of thirds, or, third time's the charm, or three's a crowd. You never know. Now, the point is that I've noticed that there are a lot of 3 things that pop up in general. And I write these things down, and it really makes me think. It puts things into perspective for myself. So I figured it would be great to present them to you guys. And I would like to do that at least once a week, just to bring things out, make people think, inspire people. And I want to do that every Thursday because it rhymes. Big 3 Thursdays. Now, to get things started off, I figured that it would be a great opportunity to talk about the big 3 reasons why I decided to become a photographer and a YouTuber. Now, just a strong disclaimer, and this goes for all of the videos. When I say big 3, I am not saying top 3. These are not in any particular order. One is not better than the other, and this is strictly to say that these 3 things are very important. Now, let's get into the video. Let's get into the big 3 reasons why I decided to become a photographer and a YouTuber. So, starting with number 1, it's fun. I have been taking photos in general since I was 12 years old. And ever since, it has been absolutely fun. I started taking them on my iPod Touch, and I went to the Como Zoo Conservatory, which, for those who aren't from Minnesota, it's just a big building, lots and lots of plants from all over the place that you can really only see when you're there. And I had my iPod Touch on me at the time, so I started taking a bunch of photos, and it was a great time. I loved looking through all of the photos and everything. I loved taking photos of all different kinds of plants that I thought looked cool. And it really just was fun for me. And as I progressed and got older and, got a little bit more interested and better at photography, I realized that things aren't always fun. Things aren't always going to be fun. Sometimes it's going to be tough. And sometimes you just need that little bit of fun to feel refreshed, feel young again, So I keep photography with me, no matter what, because it's fun. And I like to say that my photos really portray that amount of joy that I get from taking photos all the time. I go out, I take photos. You guys have been with me on those street photography adventures, and it's just a great time. And I have a great time doing all of it. I always have. Meeting new people, going to different cool places that I've never been to before, and really just taking really cool photos that I never would have thought that I would have been able to do. In fact, I think that's a great segue into talking about the second thing. The second of the big 3 reasons why I became a photographer and a YouTuber is because of the adventures and the stories behind those photos. Now, those stories, those photos, I can only show them through videos and photos and with words. Like, for example, when I went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 2019, it was summer, and I just wanted to take photos of the sun rising above the ocean. I had never been to South Carolina, I'd never been to Myrtle Beach, But the photos that I got on that trip, I remember those stories and I remember those adventures for the rest of my life. And if I ever start to forget, I can always look back on those photos. And that goes with anything. It doesn't have to be a grand adventure. It can also be something that, like a time that you spend with your family, especially right now of all times, New Year's. The photos that you take, maybe if you go to a concert or you spend time with your family that you don't get to see very often, or spend time with your kids, or go to a holiday event. You take photos to remember those times. Not because, oh, I gotta get my settings right and I gotta make sure that all of the things look good. No, you take those photos so that way you can remember those good times. You can remember those adventures and you can remember the stories behind those photos. And that is a big reason why I want to is why I'm still a photographer and became a YouTuber, because those adventures and those stories, they became so grand, you see, that a photo just couldn't do it justice. So I figured that I can start taking videos and showing them off, because sometimes, like I said, a photo doesn't do it justice, and even some people don't believe you when you just have photos. You can tell the stories in person, or you can show them yourself to everybody else online, which is what I'm doing right now, or what I'm doing with my YouTube channel anyway. Now, for the third reason, the third big three reasons why I decided to become a photographer and a YouTuber is to inspire people and to inspire myself. I look back at the old photos that I've taken and it inspires me. I don't understand why. Most people who are artists, they'll look back at their old work and they'll cringe. They'll be like, I'm doing so much better now. I've gone from this to this, and now I'm doing so much better. But me, I don't know why, but I'm the opposite. I look back at my old photos and I'm kind of jealous. I've done a lot of really cool photos back in the day, like a few years ago, even last year. I'll look back and be like, wow, I was really doing something. And then I'll look back and I'll look at the photos that I take now, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Am I missing something? So I'm sure that in a year I'm gonna look back at the photos I took this year, and my mind will be blown. I'm sure it happens every year, but I want to inspire myself to continue doing these things and taking really cool photos, going on adventures, and having fun. But I also want to inspire you guys to do the same, because if there's one thing I know, it's that if I can have fun doing this, so can you. And if you're wondering how, then you've come to the right place, because that's what this YouTube channel is for. It's to show you how much fun I'm having taking photos, going on adventures. And no matter what I end up doing, of course, I'm going to take you guys with me. Whatever crazy ideas I come up with, I'm going to show it to you guys. So that way it might spark a bit of inspiration and give some other people some ideas. And maybe then they'll start a YouTube video, or they'll start a YouTube channel. And it'll be something. It'll really be something. And I'm looking forward to seeing that, because then maybe I'll get inspired. Who knows? But with that said, those are my big three reasons why I became a photographer and a YouTuber. Now, plan to do these once a week. I have been incredibly busy during the month of December. I basically worked every day except for the week of Christmas, and I haven't had a day off. That's why I haven't been posting very much. I've been working a lot. I'm hoping to integrate the editing process with my work schedule, because I have multiple jobs. You never know. If it works out, it works out. Otherwise, I'll figure something out. I always do. But without further ado, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming back, 2026. and I'm looking forward to going on more fun adventures and hopefully inspiring some people. I will ask one thing before I go, because I do this on my Instagram page, and if you follow me on Instagram, please comment on these. Otherwise, comment down below, because we always appreciate comments. I will leave you with one question. What are you planning to do that will change your life in 2026? I know what I'm planning to do. I've got tons of really cool plans, and I can't wait to show you guys. I can't wait to tell you about it. It's gonna be great. But without further ado, I'm gonna get out of here because I don't want this video to be too long. I don't know where I'm gonna end up next on my next adventure, but I'm sure you guys will be there with me, because that's the plan, right? I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.